Welcome subscribers and friends once more to Back Into Fishing. I'm here today at Gunner's Lake, my first trip here this year. I'm fishing the deeper area of the lake, this one shoreline. I did pretty good here last year, but not this early in the year, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here. Cast some of the deeper pockets that I'm aware of and see if we can't come up with a couple of fish. Well, no bites yet. Now I'm kind of surprised considering it's only the not even quite the middle of April yet, the amount of weed growth. Maybe that's due in part to the somewhat warm winter we had. I don't know, could be, maybe not. It does seem to be bad here year round, which is usually why I quit fishing. This is around the end of May, early June. But hey, we're here, let's see what we can do. Not sure you can see it, but there's one of the large koi that are in this lake. I've been watching them swim around this whole area here for, I don't know, 10 minutes. Well, I haven't had a bite yet, and I've pretty much fished all the spots, as I recall them, that have been good to me on this side of the lake or the shoreline. So one or two more casts, and I think I'm going to move on to the other shoreline off to my right here and down to that dock and see if I can pick something up. I'm over here to the dock, and wouldn't you know it, as soon as I get here, the slight breeze that was blowing turns into a wind. I think that's a bite. Something had it, the line was moving. Considering it come back filled with weeds, I think it was probably just a bluegill or something. Next cast, something swimming off with it again. I'm going to give it another second this time. Make sure the line's moving and it's not the wind. Small, but first Gunner's Lake bass of the year. Wing. Another bite. This one's a little bit better. Oh my goodness. No freaking way. It's a snakehead. My first snakehead ever. I can't remember what pound test line this is, but there we go, Snakehead City. All right. First one ever. You know, having never caught one of these, I'm not even sure how to grab it. Maybe I'll just cut it off and let it go. Unbelievable. Like wacky worms, huh? It kind of tore my worm up, but I'd say that guy was about 14 inches. I don't know if that's good or bad. Now, I heard last year they were in here, and now I know that for sure. A friend of mine, Skunk Master Fishing, said that he'd seen one in here, and I didn't doubt him, but you know, seeing is believing. Definitely believe it now. You've seen it. Now, one of the reasons I come over here to this dock this early in my fishing day was that I wanted to throw the slipless crankbait around a bit. This was a good spot last year, but once the weeds got up at about the middle of May, you couldn't fish the spot anymore. Every time you cast like this one, you'd come back with weeds, but you'd be coming back with a lot more than this. That's another reason I picked this lake today over another place, but then I did get my first snakehead, so congrats to me. Well, I'm not getting any takers on the slipless crankbait. This is a red-eye shad in a crawdad color. I think it's a 1/2 ounce. I am digging up some vegetation off the bottom. I have to see if I've got a 1/4 ounce at home, something a little lighter, maybe won't go as deep. But if you happen to be here fishing on this dock, this right about that cast there, I'm coming back with the, well, a little more to the right than that, but that's where I'm coming back with the least weeds. But later than this, the end of April, early May last year, I was getting fish on one of these every time I come out here. Well, I didn't have any more takers down the docks. I've moved on, and this is as far up the lake as I'm going to go today. One of my usual spots. A few casts here, and I'm going to start working my way back to the car. A few spots I didn't hit on the way in, I'm going to hit them on the way out. Well, this is the next to last spot I'm hitting. This spot's been productive in the past, but here again, this early in the season, every cast has come back with junk on the hook. Maybe some top waters in a month or so once the water warms up a little bit more, but otherwise I think this spot's gone for the year. Here I am at the last spot. So far it's been a mirror image in more ways than one of the spot I had previously. So far every cast has come back with gunk on the hook. If that keeps up, a couple more casts and I'm out of here. Well, end of another fishing day. It wasn't the greatest day out. I mean, I did catch a snakehead, the first one I've ever caught. About 14 inches, I'm guessing. I don't know if that's a good size, average size, small size, whatever, but as the first one, it's fine. And I did catch one, small bass. So the day was okay. First trip to Gunner's Lake, and it usually doesn't turn on here until later, say end of April, beginning of March. So we'll plan another trip back here in 2-3 weeks. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.